Welcome to Geo Unboxed, where we uncover the hidden stories of the world. You've probably seen photos of Berlin, Munich, and the famous castles. You've read the travel guides, followed the top tourist lists, but Germany isn't just what you find on postcards. There are forests that feel alive, towns where time moves differently, cafes where life slows down, and streets that teach trust without a single word. Germany is not a country that announces itself loudly. It reveals itself to those who notice. Today, we're leaving the crowds behind. We're stepping off the maps, away from the landmarks, and traveling through Germany in a way almost no one experiences. This is not a guide. This is not a checklist. This is Germany as it truly feels. You land in Germany expecting something dramatic. Planes, trains, the hustle of a new country, right? But nothing like that greets you. The airport feels calm, almost intentionally quiet. The signage is clear, the people orderly but not rigid, and there is a strange rhythm in the efficiency. A rhythm that whispers, this country moves in its own time. As you step outside, the first thing you notice is the air. Not thick or overwhelming, but crisp, clean, almost thoughtful. There's no smell of smog, no honking in the distance, just calm. And then you notice small things, a bicycle gliding down a street, the faint aroma of fresh bread from a nearby bakery, a child running across a square without fear. The thought creeps in, Germany doesn't need to announce itself. It simply exists and demands your attention through presence, not performance. From this moment, you realize the story you came for is not in landmarks, it is in how Germany feels. Most countries advertise themselves loudly. Germany does the opposite. Its buildings are structured, functional, and often understated. The castles, the museums, the rivers, they exist, but they are never overbearing. Nature is preserved, but not over-curated. Streets are kept clean, but without ornamental displays. There's a quiet confidence here. Germany trusts that if you stay and observe, you will see its depth. You don't need flashy attractions to feel captivated. Walking through a small town, you notice a fountain that has been running for centuries, still polished by the same hands that maintain it meticulously. Shop windows that tell stories of generations of craftsmanship, not marketing campaigns. Families on bicycles riding together, not for show, but because it is normal. Germany doesn't seduce you with spectacle. It seduces you by letting you discover it piece by piece, layer by layer. Morning in Germany feels like watching a carefully orchestrated symphony, except no one is conducting it. The baker opens at dawn, sliding bread and pastries into the display with precise care. The smell drifts into cobblestone streets before the sun fully rises. Children walk to school, backpacks bouncing lightly. Some pedal bicycles, weaving effortlessly through streets without traffic lights. You notice the quiet manners of the adults. No rushing, no impatience. As you sit by a window with a cup of coffee, you notice how ordinary life becomes mesmerizing. Laundry swings gently from balconies. Flower pots sit like tiny sculptures, and church bells mark the hour without ever startling you. Even the animals seem calmer here. A dog trots beside its owner. Birds chirp in rhythm with the morning. You feel almost guilty for noticing so many small details, because they are everywhere if you slow down enough. After a few days, you begin to notice the patterns. The trains run exactly on time, to the minute. Even minor delays are announced politely and transparently. People follow the rules, not out of fear, but out of respect for each other. Traffic flows smoothly. Sidewalks are free of litter. There is an unspoken contract between everyone here. Reliability is expected, and trust is rewarded. Small gestures reinforce this feeling. A cashier corrects your change without hesitation. A stranger alerts you if your bag is slightly open. Passers-by step aside gracefully to let bicycles pass. Every interaction reinforces the sense that Germany is a country that values structure without rigidity. And as a visitor, you start feeling it in your own body. You slow down, you breathe deeper, you realize that the environment shapes behavior, and Germany has mastered this art. After a week, you decide to wander off the beaten path. Here lie Germany's hidden treasures, towns with cobblestone streets, red-tiled roofs, and rivers that cut silently through the landscape. You don't see crowds, tour buses, or souvenir shops. Instead, you find a centuries-old bakery where the baker greets you like an old friend. A library tucked into a corner filled with leather-bound books, sunlight spilling across the floors. Gardens where neighbors share fruit trees and vegetables without signage, without ownership disputes. Every building, every alley, every fountain tells a story of continuity. Life moves slowly here, not out of neglect, but out of intention. You begin to understand something crucial. Germany's soul is hidden in its small towns, not its big cities. The beauty isn't broadcast, it is discovered. Germany's forests are more than nature. They feel intentional. As you step under the canopy, sunlight filters through tall trunks, casting patterns on the forest floor. The air smells of moss, pine, and earth, fresh but grounded. You hear birds, but no chaos. The forest moves in rhythm. Paths are clear, but untouched areas hint at wildness. Every tree, every fern feels like it has a story. Perhaps a century ago, a poet walked here, or a farmer once hid from rain under a bough. You notice small signs of care: a wooden bridge over a stream, benches carved from logs, trails maintained without destroying the wild feel. Germany treats forests like a living museum, not a playground. Rules in Germany might feel strict at first. Pedestrians stop at red lights even when no cars are coming. Trash is sorted meticulously. Bicycles have priority and everyone respects it. But slowly you notice the comfort it brings. You don't have to guess. You don't have to stress. You can trust the people around you and the systems in place. That trust is liberating. A stranger helps an elderly man cross the street. Another returns a wallet someone accidentally left behind. No reward expected, no attention sought. These small gestures are not remarkable. They are normal. Germany's rules exist not to control life, but to let life flow smoothly. Following them becomes a shared ritual of respect. You board a train and settle by the window. Fields pass like watercolor paintings. Small towns appear and vanish with rhythmic precision. The hum of the train blends with the wind. Children laugh quietly. Passengers read, nap, or simply gaze outside. Trains here are not just transportation, they are moving lenses into German life. You watch interactions, habits, and landscapes with ease. A farmer waves from a distance. Dogs run along riversides. Shops open slowly in the morning sunlight. You realize travel in Germany is not about rushing, it's about noticing. Every passing moment teaches something new. You feel like a silent guest in a world that moves with precision, grace, and thoughtfulness. You enter a small cafe. The barista greets you, not with a scripted line, but naturally. Coffee smells rich and comforting. You notice locals reading newspapers, chatting softly, or enjoying a quiet breakfast. No one is rushing. No one is on their phone compulsively. Here, time is not a commodity. You sip your coffee and watch life happen slowly. Outside, a bicycle passes. Children wave at neighbors. A dog trots alongside its owner. The rhythm is gentle, human, organic. On Sunday, Germany changes tone. Shops close, streets empty. Even cities that hum all week seem to pause. Families stroll in parks. Church bells echo in empty squares. Silence replaces noise, and it is not uncomfortable. It is peaceful. At first, it seems inconvenient, but soon it feels intentional. This pause is a lesson. Rest is not weakness. Germany respects downtime. It allows you to breathe. By Sunday evening, you notice a subtle shift in people's energy. Conversations are calmer, steps are slower, eyes meet more often.
Even the air feels different.
Germany trusts its children early. Kids ride bikes alone, walk to school independently, explore parks without constant supervision. Safety is not imposed, it is cultivated through culture. You watch a little girl help a younger boy climb a tree. A group of children organize a game in a cobblestone square. They are independent, responsible, and joyful. The lesson is clear. Freedom with responsibility is a skill taught from the start. And as you observe, you realize this country builds resilient adults by allowing children to explore safely. German homes are understated. Natural light pours through tall windows. Wood and stone dominate, but warmth is everywhere. Furniture is simple yet functional. Every corner has purpose. You notice small details, a well-maintained garden, a bicycle resting against a wall, curtains that flutter in the morning breeze. The homes reflect German values: comfort without extravagance, beauty without ostentation, and attention to detail without showmanship. Even a short walk through neighborhoods gives a sense of quiet pride and care. German cuisine is honest. Fresh bread, baked daily, carries the warmth of the baker's hands and the aroma of a quiet morning. Local cheeses, roasted meats, and hearty soups are simple, yet each bite tells a story of tradition, care, and patience. Seasonal vegetables arrive straight from the markets, vibrant and crisp, full of natural flavor. Nothing is flashy, nothing is overcomplicated, yet every meal satisfies deeply in a way that feels unexpectedly profound. You notice families eating together, sharing laughter and stories. People greet each other warmly in small cafes, and chefs serve with quiet pride, not for show, but with care. So, simplicity can be meaningful. Flavor is enough. Tradition is enough. Presence is enough. Every meal becomes more than nourishment. It's a lesson in slowing down, savoring life, and finding joy in the everyday. Away from the famous Oktoberfests and tourist fairs, Germany hosts small local festivals. A town square in the evening, lanterns glow, a small band plays traditional music, children dance, and neighbors share homemade food. You were not expecting it, yet it feels magical. These festivals are not for the camera, they're for community, for shared memory, for joy in the small things. You realize Germany celebrates not to show off, but to honor life quietly and authentically. Walking through Germany at night, you notice something unusual, a sense of safety that doesn't need to be advertised. Streets are quiet but alive. Streetlights glow softly, reflecting on cobblestones. People walk home alone, chat with neighbors, and no one hurries. There's no tension in the air. Safety here doesn't come from cameras or heavy policing. It comes from culture, shared responsibility, and trust. You see a group of teenagers playing music on a quiet square. A dog trots by. A shopkeeper locks the door slowly, leaving it slightly ajar so morning customers can enter easily. Germany shows you that safety is cultivated, not forced, and that this invisible layer of care shapes everything you experience. This country rarely brags. Even its famous landmarks, castles, cathedrals, museums, are understated in their presentation. They exist quietly, without overwhelming the observer. You notice the contrast. In the countryside, a traditional farm produces cheese and bread, not for export, but for neighbors. This restraint is a statement of confidence. It simply exists, and that existence is compelling. As a visitor, you start noticing these subtle signals everywhere, in architecture, food, gardens, and even in conversations. The quiet power of presence is everywhere. You start noticing travelers who linger. A student arriving for university finds the rhythm of life grounding. A young professional discovers streets and forests that feel like home. Tourists often return again and again. The reason is simple. This European state is not about instant gratification. It is about living steadily, observing, and belonging without needing attention. You meet a few locals who talk about their town with pride, but without exaggeration. Their stories reveal depth, generational bakeries, hidden gardens, quiet traditions passed down like secret treasures. After weeks of observing, wandering, and absorbing the subtle rhythms, something remarkable happens. You realize that Germany affects how you perceive time, space, and people. You walk slower. You notice details you would normally miss. You breathe deeper. You listen more. You trust more. Germany does not only entertain you, it teaches you a new rhythm for life. A rhythm that values calm, responsibility, presence, and quiet wonder. Even small things, cycling through a town, drinking coffee slowly, watching children play, carry lessons. You realize that living here, even briefly, reshapes your perception of how life can be experienced. As your journey through Germany draws to a close, pause for a moment. If this journey inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join Geo Unboxed as we continue uncovering the hidden stories of the world. Thank you for exploring Germany with me. Until the next journey, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and your heart unboxed.